Hello everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. I just love sharing my classes with you. So you're with Lisa at the Let Go Room, and today's class is all about finding balance. So whether that's body or mind, we're going to be doing some strengthening work, some stretching, and just try to withdraw and allow this time for you just to relax and give back to yourself, because it's all about you. So finding a comfortable seat on your mat. We're going to start with some square breath today. So it'll be a count of 4, your count of 4, whatever's comfy for you. So breathing in into the belly, feeling right up into the lungs, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and then holding for 4 again. So let's all begin with a normal in-breath and a normal exhale just as we arrive to the room. All right, so breathing in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out completely. 3, 2, 1. And holding again for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. So starting again with your own breath, with your own count. I want you to fill up the belly right into the ribs, all the way up into the chest. And then hold. Exhaling out on your count as you release any tension or holding. And let's take 2 more rounds of square breath as we calm down our nervous system, helping us to find balance. Well, who doesn't want a balanced nervous system after all? And 1 more round. Really bringing in that fresh air, bringing in the newness. And as you exhale out, let's try to let go a little more. So from here, let's change the interlace of the feet to the uncomfortable side. Wiggle around, find your grounding, your sit bones here. And let's just walk the hands out. Just gently start to stretch into the body. So this class is an invitation for you to do whatever feels good for you. It's an invitation just to relax and pause in your day. We're so busy. See if you can walk those fingers out any further out. Just inviting them. 1 deep breath here. And then walking your hands back up. Let's take chin to chest, releasing through the neck. Right ear, right shoulder. Just warming through the neck, taking it to the other side. And then taking your head all the way back. Just letting gravity open up through the front of the neck. Really relax through those shoulders as well. Don't hold any tension there. So let's take 1 breath. And releasing. Let's take it around and make our way onto all 4s. So starting off, stacking the body with our wrists underneath our elbows, underneath our shoulders. Knees are hip width apart, and let's just take it back into a child pose here. So working forehead down towards the mat. Sit bones making their way back towards the ankles. Knees can be wherever is comfy for you. And so from here, we're going to come up, scoop the body up. And let's drop through the belly, arch through the spine, set our gaze up towards the sky. Really open through those sit bones here. And then curling through the spine, dropping chin down towards the chest. let's release any tension in the neck here. And taking it back to child pose. We're just going to take a bit of a flow here. So breathing in, scoop the body up, arch through the spine, big deep inhale. Exhale as you roll chin to chest and roll yourself back into child pose. So your breath, your movement, as we warm through the spine, warm through the neck. We're working on those tight quads. Let's take one more round here. Really deepening the inhales and the exhales. And then making our way back onto all fours. So let's restack the body, taking the left leg out behind us and the right hand out and reach it across the room. So you stay wherever's comfy for you. Otherwise, we're going to take that left leg back up and point it out towards the back of the room. So we really want to be engaging in the core here, sort of like we've got a corset on. If you can reach around and take hold of your ankle or your foot, we're just going to release through our quads here. So that foot is going to make its way up towards the sky. I'm keeping that belly button. It's drawing its way back towards the spine here. So one breath. And then releasing. Let's take that left leg up and over the right and just slide back. Forehead making its way down towards the mat. So let's find a couple of deep breaths here. Walking those fingertips out, stretching them in front of you. And then let's make our way out and repeat that on the other side. So taking out right leg behind you, left arm balances, and if it feels good for you, take that leg up. So let's soften the gaze here, really wrap through the core and find that extension here. And if you feel like reaching around here, let's take hold of the ankle, the foot, and release through that quad. Make that foot make its way up towards the sky. Breathing here, one deep breath. Releasing, taking that foot up and over the left foot. Let's slide back. So finding your comfortability here. We're just going to take a few breaths here. So you can walk those toes out in one direction, walk those fingertips out in the other direction. So create space in the spine here as well. One more deep breath. And let's make our way up and out of here. Right, so just coming sideways on the mat. So from here, we're going to come into a camel pose. You can either have your feet flat or curling your toes up. But to start with, we're just going to have a little play with how that feels like to keep our back safe. So bringing your hands to heart center or to your hips or onto your abdominals, wherever feels good for you. And just play with moving the body in and out. We're finding core engagement here. So we want to make sure we're nice and safe before we come into our little back bend here. So depending on your flexibility here, where the body will allow, you can take your right hand out, try to reach it behind you. Or flattening the feet if you've got a little bit more space. Let's take it to the other side. And both sides will be different here. So we're really working on the quads here as well. If your body feels like it might be able to take hold of your ankles here, just play here or take a child pose. Otherwise, if you're still with me, you can roll your head back here. And take one breath before making our way back down into child pose. Feel that space that you've created through the lower back here. And in fact, let's take those knees out really wide, keeping the toes together, and roll back into a wide child pose here. Hands are extending out, heart center making its way down towards the mat. And then bringing those knees back in. Let's restack the body. Take the right leg out in front of us. We're just going to come into a low lunge here. So really drop through that pelvis and find that hip flexor stretch here. So we're looking for our foot to be underneath our knee, but really do whatever your body, whatever shape your body wants to take here. That's great. And so from here, we're going to take that right knee out and just drop it out. Let's have a look if we can take our right hand out behind us or find your knee. Roll that shoulder away and set the gaze to the back of the room. Really opening up through that right hip. One deep breath. And let's straighten that right leg. Come into our runner's lunge here. So we're working on a straight leg. We're drawing those sit bones to the back of the room. Really feeling that beautiful length in the spine here. As we drop forehead down towards the mat. Let's all take one deep inhale here before rolling back up to the front. So from here, taking it down to wherever feels good for you. You might like to stay up high, coming down onto your elbows, coming into our lizard pose here. If you want to make this pose a little bit stronger, you can always roll up on over the toes and straighten that leg, taking the kneecap off the mat, or just find some rest here. This is such a beautiful stretch. Amazing. So let's take one breath here before we take it over to the other side. Walking hands back up. Let's take the left leg out, or the other leg that you didn't do before. And again, dropping those hips down towards the mat. So just playing here, find your comfortability. A lot of us have got injuries that we're supporting, so you really need to just support your body without letting your ego get involved. So taking left knee out and doing whatever feels good with your hand as you set your gaze to the back of the room. Pressing that left knee away from you, dropping the hips down towards the mat. Let's imagine those thoughts, that busy brain just floating by like a cloud in the sky. We've got plenty to do after the class, but this is all about us right now. Making your way forward, straighten through that leg, dropping sit bones to the back of the room, stretching through those hamstrings. Finding some length here. One more breath here. And rolling forward, coming down into your version of your lizard. So again, option to strengthen through that back leg here or take the rest. So bring your breath anywhere in the body. Any of those little tight spots, any tension. Okay, just taking one more deep breath here. And then rolling back up. Let's find a downward facing dog here. So rolling ourselves up. Let's have a look at our feet here. They should be about hip width apart, spreading through the toes. So we're really drawing our sit bones to the back of the room, finding a nice deep bend in the knees as the belly makes its way down towards the thighs. And press out of the wrists. We don't want to stress those wrists out too much. Your head is hanging, releasing any tension. Spread through the fingertips. Find your grounding here. And take a breath as you press those heels down towards the mat. Alrighty, from here let's walk our way up to the top of the mat. And just hang here in Uttanasana, so our forward fold. So just drop any tension in the neck here. You're going to unclench your jaw, relax your face. If you've got a crinkle in your brow, let's uncrease that as well. So letting gravity just draw the head down towards the mat. And again, you're going to find whatever body parts available to you. Could be your shins, your ankles, your mat. And then let's just roll ourselves up vertebra by vertebra. Roll those shoulders back down here. So from here, my friends, we're going to find chair pose. So again, plant those toes in towards the mat. Really open through here. Find our foundation. Let's find a nice bend in the knees. Sit bones are opening up behind us. And then we can bring our hands out into chair pose. So again, we're really drawing that navel back towards the spine here, just to support us as we find a little bit of balance here. So let's take one heel off the mat, maybe two. Keep your gaze nice and soft and focus on your breath. And really, let's try to come up here on tippy toes. Your ankles are going to be wobbling probably. And let's just breathe and see if we can come any deeper. Working our thighs, one more breath. And making our way back up. Oh, let's shake it out. And then making our way back down into chair. Keeping our feet nice and flat, nice and grounded. Opening through the toes. Let's bring the hands to the heart center. Take left elbow over to right knee. Come into a twist here. So doing whatever feels comfortable with your neck. It might be looking down at the ground, looking forward, or taking it up towards the sky. See if we can deepen into that chair. One deep breath. And let's take it over to the other side. Right elbow, left knee, drawing those hands together, finding what's comfortable for our neck. And one deep breath here. Making our way back up. Whew, that is good. So at the top of the mat, we're just going to step out. We're coming into a wide forward fold. So our toes are going to be pointed in, our heels out. So find whatever's comfy for your hips, wherever you can go today. And then with a nice long spine, we're going to make our way out. Let's just pause halfway. Let's find that length in the spine. Crown of the head makes its way to the front of the room. And then you can extend your arms if that feels good for you, engaging in through the core just for one breath. Before we make our way down, head makes its way down towards the mat. So again, we're opening up through the sit bones. We want to relax through the neck here. Shake out any tension if there is. Let's walk our hands over to the left ankle. Nose makes its way to the left knee. And walking over to the other side. Keep that nice relaxed neck for me. And walk your hands back to center. Let's bend through the knees here. So you might want to inch your heels in a little bit closer. Toes are coming towards the outside of the mat now. As we just make our way up for a moment before making our way all the way up. Beautiful. Okay, so triangle pose is where we're headed next. So let's keep our right foot pointed a little bit towards the left. Take our left foot out towards the left-hand side, and we're angling our hips out towards the left as well. So find a bit of comfortability here. You might like to take your legs away from each other a little bit to find some stability. Otherwise, you might feel like you're on a tightrope. So from here, taking left hand out and reaching towards, away from those toes. And then taking that left hand down towards the shin, towards the floor, wherever's comfy for you. So we want to really be working on pulling that mat apart. Roll that right shoulder down. And if you have the flexibility here, take that right hand up towards the sky. Neck is going to do whatever's comfy for you. We don't want it to fatigue too much, so keep your gaze wherever is good for you. One deep breath. And let's take it over to the other side. Right toes out towards the mat. Left foot out behind me. Let's rip that mat apart so we can really feel our strength here, our balance, before taking the body out towards the right, dropping the hand down. So you can come into a bind here if that feels good for you. Again, drop any tension in that left shoulder. And last thing to come up is the left arm if that feels good for you. Let's find our breath here just for 2 more breaths. Engage in through that core. One more deep breath. And making our way back up. Let's step up to the top of the mat and shake it out. So from here, we're going to take right leg out behind us and step into warrior one. So find your footing here. Hips are towards the front of the room. Arms are coming up. We're dropping any tension in the shoulders and then finding a little bit of depth in this knee. Really spread through the toes so we can find our grounding in our nice slow flow class today. Let's breathe in, extend through the fingertips and open up on the exhale into warrior two. So trying to find that nice Almost like a string that comes up through the spine, that nice length there. Let's turn up the front palm and reverse your warrior. So you're going to want to come up out of that front knee, but I would invite you to keep that bend there. Reaching up and over, dropping any tension in the neck. One breath. And then elbow makes its way onto the knee. Let's come into a side angle here. So stretching through the fingertips, opening up heart center towards the sky. So one deep breath here. Really good, strong, balancing holds. I promised you stretch and strength. And then we're going to twist around into a lunge. So come off the tightrope. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart as we come into a high lunge here. Trying to find that depth here. Let's take the arms out behind us. If it helps you, soften the gaze. Just come back to your breath. Hands can extend out in front. Just for a beat. And then let's come out of there. Woohoo! Shake out those legs. I know my left leg is having a bit of a burn session at the moment. All right. So this time we're going to take the left leg behind us. So stepping out. Let's find warrior one. So again, play with your body. Start with your foundation. Making sure our mat is ripped apart. We're strong in both legs here. Hips making their way to the front of the class. Finding depth here. Dropping any tension in the shoulders. You can puff out the belly. Making some space for those organs. One breath. And then opening up into warrior two. So again, finding that length in the spine here. Checking out the arms, finding depth, finding breath, and reversing. So left hand makes its way onto the thigh. I'm opening up my heart center towards the sky here. Dropping any tension in the neck. Finding depth in the front leg. And making our way into side angle, right elbow, right knee, left hand comes up and over. So again, opening up. Finding length through the fingertips from the tippy toes of the left foot all the way up into the left fingertips. And then rolling our way around. Oh, I really ripped my mat apart. So rolling our way around into our high lunge. So pressing through those back feet. Let's extend through the fingertips. Come into arrowhead here. And then fingertips can reach out towards the front of the class. The front of the room. So keeping that navel. And then making our way back up. Whoa, that was nice and warm. That really warmed us up. Let's just find here our mountain pose. So again, opening through the toes, finding that grounding, that balance there. Can soften in through the knees. It's almost like we drop the sit bones under. We work up through the core, keeping it nice and safe here, dropping through the shoulders. Let's just shut down the eyes for a moment. Beautiful. All right, let's make our way down onto the mats, onto your backs, so we can have a meditation. So if you've got anything to drape over your eyes, if you need to keep yourself warm, we're going to do a nervous system reset meditation here today. So you might even like to sit up and do your meditation. So whatever is feeling great for you, wherever you are, let's settle in. And again, just letting those thoughts go. Just let the noise fade in the background. And right now, there's nothing you need to manage or control. Just your breath. And this is your moment right here. And every inhale you take, fill your body with calm. And every exhale, release any tension. Just let it melt away. And those thoughts come. Just let them go. Think of your mind as an open sky. Just feeling your belly expand, your shoulders drop. And each breath is a message to your nervous system that you can rest. Now bring your attention to your heart center. And feel warmth spreading from this space into your arms and through your whole body. With every breath, this warmth expands. This warmth is your natural calm. It tells every system within you that you are safe and supported, that you can soften now. From your head to your toes, feel yourself as one whole breathing body. Feeling balanced, feeling presence, feeling at ease. Just allowing these words to land. My body knows how to find balance, how to reset and restore. I allow peace to move through me. Calm is my natural state. Now feel these words settle into your body. They're not just thoughts, they are truth. Each one rewiring your system towards finding balance and calm. And as we move back into our day, bring this sense of calm with you. And know that it's always here, waiting beneath the noise. Let's take one big, deep breath together. And exhaling out as you arrive back into the space. And thank you so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful day, evening, wherever you are in the world. Sending love from Queensland, Australia.